Hare Krishna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances, Shashna Prabhupada, Sukriti Vilasni, Devidasi from Atlanta.
Hare Krishna Priti Vilasni Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome.
Shashna Prabhupada, Sukriti Vilasni, Devidasi.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol, is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? We have one more minute.
Haribol Mataji is Praladhanand Prabhu from Las Vegas.
Hare
Dandavat Pranam
Krishna
to
Prahalad Anand Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining early morning, mid morning, and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call.
Haribol Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
I think Prabhu didn't, hasn't. Wait, let's see. He's able to join.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Okay. Shall I read the quote and be ready, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, that would be nice.
Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha. Today is Friday and it's holiday time, and we have very special class on this holiday. Tattva Sandarbha of Srila Jiva Goswami, session 2. Before we
Session
start
3.
this, sorry, session 3. Before we start on this beautiful topic, I would like to read Srila Prabhupada's quote, 24th November. To the sincere devotees, this ocean of Maya is easily crossed by the cool breeze of Krishna's grace. This is our business, to submit to Krishna's desire to have us back with him in eternal sky of Krishna Loka. Letter to Shama Sundara, November 24th, 1968. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We'll pause the recording here.
Yeah. Prabhuji, as soon as he joins,
Yeah,
I'll give him co-host and alert him.
yeah, sure.
One minute.
Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's class.
He has seen the messages, Mataji, so I think he'll be joining any minute.
Okay, okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
I think he's just finishing his previous class. He has a class from 8:30 to 9:30. So usually he just finishes that and jumps in. Maybe he's held up with some question answers. He has seen all our messages, which means he is active. He will come anytime. Okay.
Okay, Mataji, by then we can chant. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare. He's here, Mataji. So
Okay.
give him the co-host and then you can introduce and welcome.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and giving your valuable time and association and enlightening us on this topic. I now hand over the call to you, Prabhu. Hari Bol.
Thank you very much, Mati. Hare Krishna. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayagrupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Antyam Sri Guru Sri Utpadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्विताश्च ये कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I welcome all of you for today's session. Today, we'll be discussing Tattva Sandarbha summary. In last class, we discussed the subject matter of various Sandarbhas, Bhagavad Sandarbha, Paramatma Sandarbha, Sri Krishna Sandarbha, Bhakti Sandarbha, and Priti Sandarbha, Sambandha Avideya Prayojana. In first four Sandarbhas, Tattva Sandarbha, Bhagavad Sandarbha, Paramatma, and Krishna Sandarbha, in these four Sandarbhas, Sambandha Gnana is given. Sambandha between, so while the understanding Jivatma and also Lord, Supreme Lord, he is manifesting as Paramatma and also Brahman. In this way, he manifests. So that means in first four Sandarbhas, we are clearly understanding the fact that Krishna is only the absolute truth, is a complete absolute truth, and he manifests in the form of Narayana in the spiritual planets, and also he manifests in the material world in the form of Paramatma, and also he manifests in the form of Brahman for the Jnanis. So Krishna is only everything. He is only doing creation, maintenance, and destruction. And he is the supreme truth. So complete truth means Krishna. That means two hands and two legs and this form, whatever is there. So Krishna, and we have know his description in Shastras when he manifests in this material world. But actually, this two-handed form, Narakruti form, is the original form of the absolute truth. But this form appears into various other forms based upon the upasana. So he has various other avatars, and all those forms are appearing. So as per the upasana, and how to establish a relationship with him. So we have relationship with him. We are part and parcel of the Krishna. So that is a fact. And by studying these four Sandarbhas, one will clearly understand we are insignificantly small. And Krishna is the supreme truth and original personality of the Godhead. original personality of the Godhead. Then how can we get him actually? How can we get him? What is the way? So that is to get Krishna, two-handed form Krishna. Where he stays? In Golok Vrindavan he stays. How to get him? That is only possible by worshipping him the way the inhabitants of Goloka serve him. We should follow the footsteps of the inhabitants of Golok Vrindavan. Okay? So such a sadhana one should do. Then only you will be able to stay with them. It's obvious. If you want to part of Golok Vrindavan, because that is the original manifestation of or complete manifestation of truth. Two-handed form Krishna is there only actually. So you should also learn the way the inhabitants of Golok Vrindavan serve him. So that bhakti is known as Raganuga Bhakti. That kind of sadhana one has to do. Then after that, one is able to get perfection in that. That is known as Ragatmika Bhakti. Okay. That Ragatmika Bhakti also I explained. That is there in the Preeti Sandarbha. So it manifests in the form of, Madhuri Rasa, Vatsalya, Sakya and Dasya Rasas. In this also, we are exclusively interested in only Madhuri Rasa. That is elaborately discussed in Ujjvala Nilamani. So in the advanced stages of the bhakti, one has to, definitely follow the instructions given by Rupa Goswami in Ujjvala Nilamani. Not immediately. So now we'll come back to Tattva Sandarbha again. In Tattva Sandarbha, it is said that after Mangalacharanam, what is said? अथ एवं सूचितानां श्रीकृष्ण तद्वाच्य वाचकता लक्षण संबंध तद्भजन लक्षण विधेय सपर्ययाभिधेय. Let me share the screen. तत्प्रेम लक्षण प्रयोजनाख्यानाम अर्थानां निर्णयाय तावत् प्रमाणं निर्णीयते. In this book Sandarbhas, what Jiva Goswami wants to write?
Hare, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sorry to interrupt you. Prabhuji, if you feel you don't seem to be keeping well, if you want to take a break, we are fine with it. Just let us know, Prabhu, whenever you feel like stopping.
Yes. Actually, cold is increasing, and also here back-to-back service from 3 o'clock morning, 3 o'clock I have class. Today morning 3 to 4:30 and also working in the fields. We have a lot of activities are going in Mayapur to create organic vegetables for our deities and also other services fields. So okay, it will be
Prabhuji, we
growing up.
can continue even next week if it's getting hard because your health is more important. So please let us know.
No problem. Let us see. We'll use this body for maximum extent. We'll see. If I'm not able to do, then I will surrender. No, I'm not going to surrender. But don't
Dandavat
worry about
Mataji.
my inconvenience. That will be over there. So, but if I'm troubling you, so all
No,
of
no,
you,
no.
so
You're
please.
not troubling us. We are troubling you.
No,
Like,
no, no. You are all not at all. It's my service. I'm
Dandavat
okay with
Prabhuji,
it.
may I speak little? Mataji, is it allowed? Am I
yeah,
speak?
yeah, yeah. Of course, Prabhu.
Okay.
Ask something to say.
I'm an allopathy doctor, retired, and I was asking whether Mataji, I mean, Prabhuji would take allopathic medication or not. In this kind of symptoms which I seeing, he's doing that. The best is to take any anti-allergic, that like Claritin is there, Allegra is there, you know, uh, and then to take ibuprofen, 800 milligrams tablet, all right? And if that does not kind of add 5 milligrams of prednisolone, all right? These three drugs, master, okay, it will instantly stop your sneezing, instantly. This is my experience, all right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's up to Prabhuji to see whether they take allopathic medication or not, you know.
Oh,
But this is very effective. If you take 3 doses, I can guarantee you that tomorrow
yeah.
your symptoms will go to 10% only. So
Yeah.
that's what was my thing. Thank you very much
Okay,
for
bro.
allowing me to speak, Prabhu.
Thank
Yeah,
Haribol.
no problem. Yes, bro. I will do that. अत एवं सूचितानां श्रीकृष्ण तद्वाच्य वाचकता लक्षण संबंध तद्भजन लक्षण विधेय सपर्याय अभिधेय तत्प्रेम लक्षण प्रयोजनाख्यानाम अर्थानां निर्णयाय तावत् प्रमाणं निर्णीयते. What I want to write in my book? So I am going to write a book. So Jiva Goswami is going to write a book. In that book, what he is going to do, that he said in the Mangalacharana slokas. Yes. Yasya Brahmeti Sangyam Kuchitapi Nigame Yati Chinmatra Satta. In this sloka, he clearly said Krishna is there and he is sometimes known as Brahman because yogis they realize him as Brahman, so that's why he is sometimes known as Brahman, and also he is his part and parcel is the Paramatma, and that Krishna is also appearing in the form of Narayana in the Vaikunthas, and that Krishna, so whoever is worshipping that Krishna, and he should give prema to them. That means, in nutshell, Jiva Goswami in this sloka he said everything. What is there actually? Why we are so much breaking our heads? Simple. Krishna is there and he only Brahman and he is only Paramatma who is creating this whole universe in this material world. And he is only the Narayana. And one should worship him and get the prema. That's all. So this is the simple funda actually. So what for simple people, this is simple and enough. But by hearing this sentence, a simple sentence like this, so how many are fully surrendered to Krishna and do his 24 hours Shravanam and Kirtanam? How many are there? No. It's rare to find. By just this one sentence, Krishna is everything, should worship him and get prema. So this is the funda actually. This is the truth. We are all part and parcel of him. That's all. So by this sentence, so everything is covered. Fact is covered. What we should do, what we will get, and who is Krishna. Everything is said in this. But that means, but the point is what? But we are not going to fully surrender to him just by like this, hearing this sentence. We have to know the more and more details. We have so many doubts. Krishna is only Paramatma and he is the creator. How he is creating, and he is the Brahman. How he is manifesting as Brahman? What is the Pramana? And he should be worshipped. What kind of worship we should do? What kind of precautions we should take while worshipping? And if we should get the prema, how many types of prema can be possible? And which is superior? What is the highest prema? Like this, you need more and more details. Yes, this much only actually. All the Vedic literature should conclude into this much. So, but we need to expand whatever is said. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, worshipping him and getting his prema. This has to be systematically explained to us so that all our doubts will be clarified and we can get the complete faith on him and worship him. Since we develop the complete faith, we worship him the way it is prescribed, and then we get the prema. Okay, so that means we need the inner details of all this. So for that, Jiva Goswami is going to write a book. In this book, what is being discussed? Krishna is being discussed. So, what kind of relationship this book is having with the Krishna? Okay, what kind of relationship? Book is going to speak about the Krishna. So that's why this book is, you need book or not? Only one sentence if I say and if I leave all of you, will you happy? You will not be happy. You need more details. If I ask you to become engineer, okay, you study, if you study these books and you become engineer, and then you'll get the good salary. So if I say only this much, it's not going to sufficient actually. You need the more details. Similarly here also, we need more details. Obviously, we have so many questions. To clarify all these questions, we need the explanation. So that's why a book has to be right. You all want a book. That book is known as Shat Sandarbhas. This book is going to do what? Is going to describe about Krishna. So what kind of relationship is there between the book and the Krishna? This book is Vachakaha and Krishna is Vacha. Like, so then what sambandha is there? Vacha, Vachaka, Vacha sambandha is there between this book and Krishna. What kind of relationship is there? Example I am giving. What kind of relationship is there between the Rama and Dasharatha? Dasharatha is Pita and Rama is Putra. So what kind of relationship is there between the Rama and Dasharatha? Tell me. What kind of relationship? Rama and Dasharatha.
Vatsalya.
Huh? वात्सल्य
फादर एंड सन.
माधुरी ये क्या बोल रहे हैं आप लोग? I am asking Krishna, sorry, Dasharatha is Pita and Rama is Putra. What sambandha is there? Putra Pita sambandha. What is there? Yes or no? What sambandha? Putra and Pita sambandha. Putratvam is there in Rama, Pitrutvam is there in the Dasharatha. And between these two, what sambandha is there? Putra Pitru sambandha. Son-father relationship is there. Son-father. Similarly, book is Vachakaha and Krishna is Vacha. What kind of relationship is there between this book and Krishna? Tell me now.
The book describes Krishna.
Huh?
The book describes Krishna or defines Krishna.
Sambandha I am asking.
Vachak, Vashya.
Vachya sambandha. Vachaka.
Vachaka Vacha Sambandha. If you ask what relationship is there between the Rama and Dasharatha, Putra Pitru Sambandha. And if you ask Dasharatha and Rama what kind of Sambandha, Pitru Putra Sambandha. Yes? This is the notation we should follow. Or whatever you take beginning, that should come first. Dasharatha and Rama, what relationship? Pitru Putra Sambandha. Similarly, book and Krishna, what Sambandha is there? Book and Krishna, Vachaka. Book is Vachaka. Vachaka Vachya. And if you ask the Krishna and this book, Vachaka Sambandha is there. Book is Vachaka. Vachaka means what? If you want to understand Vachaka, let me explain in the board. The word water and this is water in a glass. What sambandha is there between these two? Water is Vachaka. And this substance water is Vacha. That means the relationship between the word water and substance water is what sambandha?
Vachaka.
Vachya sambandha.
Vachaka Vacha sambandha. Similarly, here book is there. Shat Sandarbhas. And Krishna is there. This book is speaking about, like this word, water is speaking about whom? Is indicating whom? Water, substance. Water, substance. Substance, water. Similarly, this book is describing about Krishna. So this is Vachaka. This is Vacha. And like this, you can have many things actually. Like Tarka Sangraha book is there. Tarka Sangraha. And this book is telling about 7 elements. And this book is doing what? Is defining all these 7 elements. That means 7 elements are what? Defined. That means, so it is Lakshaha. And this book is telling about the Lakshanas. This book is comprised of what? This book is, Tarkasangra is comprised of Lakshanas, definitions. Of what? Of 7 elements. 7 elements. Okay. Dravya, Guna, Karma, Samanya, Vishesha, Samavaya, Abhava. Just I am giving an example. And what kind of relationship between is there between these 7 elements and this Tarka Sangraha? Lakshana, Laksha Sambandha. Book is comprised of Lakshanas, that means definitions. In English, Lakshanas means what? Definitions. And these 7 elements are what? So object being defined. So then what kind of relationship is there between these 7 elements and book? Lakshana. So Laksha Sambandha is there between this book and 7 elements. Okay. So like this, some books define about some object. Then what kind of relationship is there between that book and that object which is being defined? Lakshana Laksha Sambandha. Maybe some book is having the list actually of some objects. Then this book is comprised of list, and this book and these objects are having what kind of sambandha? List and being listed. So such a sambandha is there. That means here Sat Sandarbhas, what it is doing, it is Vachaka, and Krishna is Vacha, means it is describing. This book is a describer of Vacha is what? Krishna. That kind of relationship, Vacha Vachaka sambandha is there between Krishna and this book. And what else this book is doing? This book is Sri Krishna Tad Vacha Vachakata Lakshana Sambandha Tad Bhajana Lakshana Vidheya. And also, this book is Sat Sandarbhas is describing Krishna. And also, this book is telling about what? So, Abhideya. Abhideya. That means, okay, you came to know who is Krishna. Is it sufficient for you? Is it sufficient for you? No, it's not sufficient. Then, what process has to be followed? Or what process should be followed? Okay. So, after knowing this, Krishna who is, And who are you and who is Krishna, if you know this, then what is needed next? There is a need of some process which can establish a relationship between you and that Krishna. That process also is being described in this book. That means the reader, you are the reader and you are reading this book. So in this book, so who is Krishna is defined for you. So by reading this book, you understood who is Krishna. Is it sufficient? It's not sufficient. And next, this book is going to describe about the process so that you can establish a relationship between him and yourself. That means this book is speaking about abhidheya. That means the process which should be done, should be followed. Process should be followed. So this book is describing that. And also this book is, if you follow that process, what going to happen? All your dukkha will be ceased. Atyantika dukkha nivritti, atyantika sukha prapti. So without prayojana, will you do any activity? No one, even a single entity will never do any activity without any prayojana. So that's a prayojana needed. That means there is a prayojana. So when you do this process, there will be some prayojana. So what is that? Prema is the prayojana. What is the abhideya here? Bhakti is the abhideya process. Bhakti process one should follow. And in this book, it is also should be said. That means you are told with the process what you should do to establish relationship between yourself and Krishna. So that means this book is dealing that process should be followed. That is bhakti. And also you should know what prayojana you are going to get. If in this book the prayojana is not written, then what will be happening? Acha, this is Krishna and I should do this process. Then what is the result? You will immediately ask. So if there is no prayojana, then will you happy? No, no. So that means this book also has to define what? Prema. Prema. Which is prayojana tattva. Prayojana, that means this book also has to describe the prayojana tattva. What benefit you are going to get by following that prescribed process. So then you will be getting the complete information in this book. Then you will be happy. So everyone, whoever is going to write a book, he has to mention 4 things. So what is the subject of this book? And what kind of relationship is there between that subject matter and this book? This book is the definer of that subject matter, or this book is listing the subject matter, or this book is describing that subject matter, or this book is briefing that subject matter. What? So that means you should also mention the relationship between this book and that subject matter. And after that, so then what process? So reader has to follow. That means he's just you want to give only information, or So after saying, describe the subject matter, so what the reader has to do after knowing that, what he has to do, that also he should prescribe. And what is the result of following that process? That also has to be mentioned. That means you are writing book means, so definitely you expect something from the reader, na? He has to do something or not. Yes, like you are writing a book on cancer disease. So cancer book is there. This book and cancer disease, what relationship is there? This book is describing and about whom cancer disease. What is the sambandha between the cancer disease and this book? So vachya vachaka sambandha. Then after that you will be defining. So to the readers, what? You are prescribing some process. To get the cancer, this is the prevention techniques. And if you get the cancer, then this is the curing techniques. And then you'll be also mentioning the result of this is this, and result of this is this. And finally, result also you mention. So like this, so sambandha, subject matter, vishaya, sambandha, abhideya and prayojana has to be mentioned. Has to be mentioned. So we have seen sambandha, vachya vachaka sambandha. Subject matter is what? Krishna is the subject matter. The subject. And what is a relationship between the book and that Krishna? Vachaka vachya sambandha. What is abhideya? That means process prescribed bhakti. What is the prayojana? Prayojana is prema, Krishna prema. And all these, now you want to describe in this book. All these things you want to put in this book. Shat Sandarbhas. So, you want to write about all these, no? You want to write about Krishna, and you want to recommend some process bhakti, and you want to show that result is the prema. So for that, you need to, if you want to write a book, you need a pramana, proof. From where? So I should collect my material and write all these things, 4 things. In this book, I want to describe these 4. So from where I should? Can I say myself as based upon my understanding? I am thinking Krishna is like this. I am thinking, so this process has to be followed. And I am thinking, so this can be the outcome. So that is going to make the readers to study this book, your book, People say that it is your speculation, mental speculation. You keep with yourself. You don't care about that. Yes, they say or not. Yeah. So that means you should define all these, or you should describe all these in your book based upon authentic source of knowledge. Authentic source of the knowledge. That is known as pramana. The authentic source of the knowledge is known as pramana. That means pramana means what? Simply pramakaranam iti pramanam means the one which is the instrumental in producing the valid knowledge. The one which is instrumental in producing valid knowledge. That is known as pramanam. And we want a pramana which can view authentic knowledge about these four things. And such a pramana you are. Okay? And taking, and by taking that pramana, you are going to define all these things in your book. Shat Sandarbha. So, before describing Krishna, Bhakti and Prema, you have to speak about the pramana, what you are going to use to define all these three. Pramanas you should establish. That means valid or authentic source of knowledge. Authentic source of knowledge. Related to your items. Authentic source you should define. Then that means is what he is going to do. In the beginning of this book, Shat Sandarbhas, what are there in the Shat Sandarbhas? Tattva Sandarbha, Bhagavad Sandarbha, Paramatma Sandarbha, Krishna Sandarbha, Bhakti Sandarbha, and Preeti Sandarbha. In this first book, Tattva Sandarbha, he is going to speak about Pramanam first. So, what is the authentic source of the knowledge? To speak about this subject matter, these things, about he want to write. Okay. So, what he does, how he go with these pramanas, what he does, what he did actually. He took anyway, before going in details, I say he establishes Srimad Bhagavatam is the authentic source of the knowledge to define Krishna and to define Bhakti and to define Prema. That means the items, whatever he wants to speak in his book, so he wants to speak from the source of the knowledge. What is that source? Srimad Bhagavatam. So why he is speaking from Bhagavatam? because that is the topmost, that is the topmost authentic source of knowledge. About Krishna, many books can speak. Like many Puranas are there. Mahabharata also is there. So many things are there. So, many Vedic literatures are available. But he established Srimad Bhagavatam is the emperor Pramana. You know, the emperor is superior to the kings. So even he is the ruler for the, he rules all the kings also. Of course, same way, there are so many authentic sources are there which can tell about the Krishna. But who is the topmost source? That is what? Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's why, first of all, he has to establish Srimad Bhagavatam as the emperor Pramana. Okay. That work he has to do. That is, after that he can, based upon Srimad Bhagavatam, he can speak about Krishna and Bhakti and Prema. So, establishing Srimad Bhagavatam as Emperor Pramana is one of the important things. How it is established? So, for that, he examines what are the Pramanas are existing in this whole world. There are Pratyaksha, 10 Pramanas are there. Pratyaksha Pramana, Anumana Pramana, Shabda Pramana, Upamana Pramana. I will take, if you don't mind, 7 minutes extra. Okay? Is it okay?
Sure, Prabhu.
Yes. Upamana Pramana, Arsha Pramana, Arthapatti Pramana, Aitihya Pramana, Anupalabdhi or Abhava Pramana, Anupalabdhi or Abhava, Cheshta Pramana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. प्रत्यक्ष अनुमान शब्द उपमिति आर्ष अर्थापत्ति ऐतिह्य अनुपलब्धि and संभव प्रमाण and चेष्टा प्रमाण. Total, there are only 10 are there in this whole world. 10 pramanas. Pramana means which is instrumental in producing the valid knowledge. There are only 10 pramanas. That means there are only 10 means to get the right knowledge. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Shabda, Upamana, Ardhapatti, Arsha, Yitihya, Anupalabdhi, Sambhava, Cheshta. Then after that, he eliminates all these are unfit, or otherwise he says all these are all unfit. unreliable. Otherwise, they are all unreliable pramanas. He says 9 pramanas are unreliable because they produce right knowledge sometimes, and sometimes they don't produce right knowledge. So that's why 9 pramanas than the Shabda Pramana, all the 9 are unreliable. So I am going to leave all these 9. I take only Shabda Pramana. In this Shabda Pramana also, once again, there is 2 types are there. Shabda Pramana, which is depending on the unauthentic sources. Shabda Pramana, which is depending on the defective sources, actually. Shabda Pramana, which is depending on the defective sources. Defective sources. And Shabda Pramana, which is depending on the undefective sources. Like that, 2 are there. So this also we violate. We don't consider that Shabda, which is depending on the defective sources. Example, scientific knowledge is also coming through the Shabda Pramana. It's a verbal testimony or not. In your books, so many words are written about the atomic theory. Example, atomic theory is invented by several scientists like Rutherford, Niels Bohr, so Schrodinger, and so many. So they invented that knowledge, and that came to you. And how it is coming? This is coming from verbal testimony that maybe is written or that may be spoken to you. But verbs. So verbal testimony means words are there, and through the words, knowledge is transferred to you. So it is coming to you directly. It's not pratyaksha, it's not the anumana. You are directly hearing their research work, their conclusions from the Guru Parampara, from the teacher and disciplic succession. Yes, he invented and he told his student, and that he told that, like that. It came. But this, so information is coming to you. Now you are coming to know about the atom. Now you are getting this knowledge about the atom. This knowledge is what? Is produced from where? From the words. So that's why these words are what? Shabda Pramana. But this Shabda Pramana is reliable? No. Why this Shabda Pramana is not reliable? Because that is having the origin of person who is influenced by the defects, who possess the defects. So that's why this kind of Shabda Pramana is also not reliable. So what kind of Shabda Pramana is reliable? Then, which is coming from defectless source. Words or verbal testimony is coming from defectless source. And it should be defectless. It's coming from defectless source means it should be defectless. So what is that words without any defects? Then he establishes that defectless words are nothing but Veda. He establishes that is Veda. Why only Veda? Why can't the scientist research work? That also he smashes like anything. He cleans out, he clean board completely, all their ideas. Then he establishes firmly Veda. That means in this whole world, Veda is only the one source which can give, which can be reliable to get even any knowledge. Because other all are defective. In some corner there is a defect is there. So, but these Vedas are not available to me. If complete Veda is not available, then how can I come to the conclusion? All the Vedas are available? No. And not only that, Vedas are read by the various scholars and they are giving the various different meanings. Oh my God. I came to know Veda is the reliable source to get the right knowledge. But now, problem is there that Veda is completely is not available. Then how can come to the conclusion? If some book is only 10 pages, total 100, but 20 pages only is remaining, then can you say the conclusion of that book? You cannot say because total book is not available. Problem is there or not? Yes. And not only that, that book is so, that means fully is not available. On top of that, so complex. Various experts are giving the various meanings. My God, problem is a big problem. So, what is the solution, Baba? Tell me. ततस्तानि न प्रमाणानि इत्यनादि सिद्ध सर्व पुरुष परंपरासु सर्वलौकिकालौकिक ज्ञान निदानत्वात् अप्राकृत वचन लक्षणो वेद एव अस्माकं सर्वातीत सर्वाश्रय सर्वाचिन्त्य आश्चर्य स्वभावं वस्तु विदिशतां प्रमाणम. Veda is the pramanam. Said this. Good. But also he is saying, what he is saying, I am jumping actually. Yeah? Many things I am not explaining, only few. Because it's a summary class. Summary should be made to hear to those who already read. Not summary, but it is just a hook class, hooks. I am giving hooks to really study this book. Tatra cha Veda sabdasya samprati dushparatvat duradhikam arthatvat. One more point also is saying. And this book even little bit available, and those are very complex actually. Very complex. And it's difficult to decide the answer by even the experts. And even they are saying the contradictory meanings of those words. So it's difficult or not to decide what is the conclusion, what is there in that book. So what we should do? We dig the well, but we didn't get the final result. So that's why what we should do, we'll see next week. Till the time we will think about it.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Very grateful to you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Even though you're not feeling well, but still you came and you gave such a beautiful class. Very, very grateful, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, is it okay if you take questions or you want to take rest? Because again, tomorrow morning you have to get up early.
I didn't get.
Prabhu, is it okay? Questions. You wanted to take questions or you want to go and sleep because tomorrow morning you have to get up again?
Maybe 2-3 questions. We should not disgrace some.
Sure, Prabhuji. Okay. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. If anybody having any questions, please raise your hand. Sukasagari Mataji, please go ahead, Mataji, with your question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Danvat Pranams.
Yes,
Sorry, there may be a little noise outside. Apologies for that. Prabhuji, my question was, you said, when we were talking about the different aspects of when an author, writes a book. So, if Krishna is the subject matter, I mean, then the Prayojana deals with Krishna Prema. So, I was wondering, would it be okay to consider Krishna as the subject and the subject matter, or the Prayojana as Krishna Prema?
I didn't get you. Can you repeat?
Prabhuji, I was wondering because the Sandarbhas they describe, you said the subject matter is Krishna and the Prayojana is Krishna Prema. So I was wondering if we can, understand the subject as Krishna and then the subject matter as Krishna Prema. Would that be a correct understanding?
What is the difference? Subject and subject matter.
Yes, Prabhu.
So
I was a little confused on that.
So what is your understanding between subject and subject matter? Tell me.
I mean, the way I understood was like subject is the person who we are describing about, and the subject matter is what we're trying to get out of the book. So in that
Yes,
way,
not
I
like.
was understanding.
No.
But I don't
Subject
know
or
if that is
subject.
correct.
Yes, in Sanskrit word is Vishaya.
Uh-huh.
Vishaya is Krishna.
Okay, Prabhuji.
I'm not expert in English, so my sense of using of subject and subject matter is same.
Oh, okay, Prabhuji.
Okay. So English words anyway, those are temporary words. They are not the real words. So real word is Vishaya. If you want to write a book, so Vishaya should be there, that you may call it a subject or subject matter. And then after describing that Vishaya, then what you are prescribing to the audience. That's a Avideya process. I mean, what they should do. And by doing that, what they get. Okay, simple. It's very simple.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
You can use your English words. I have no objection. Any words. But this is the information I want to convey.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thanks so much. It was so amazingly you have described everything, Prabhu. But I may need to go over this the pramanas again. If you have any notes, please share, Prabhuji, later.
We have full course actually. Shastra Pramana, there is a course which discussed actually the 10 Pramanas, why we are eliminating all 9, and why we are considering Shabdas once again 2 types, and why we have considered only the Veda as the Pramana. Till that time, we did almost all 10 classes. 10 classes are there. You can hear those classes in Golokwani channel, so it is there if you want. Or otherwise, you can read book also, no problem. And otherwise, you can study the entire Tattva Sandarbha course also is there in my channel. You can do that also. Okay.
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you so much. So much appreciation. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Prahladanand.
Danvat Pranam, Prabhuji. Question was, how did Sripad Jiv Goswami come to conclude that, Vedas are the defectless pramana? How did he come to that conclusion?
It's very vastly discussed. And that I discussed in my previous. It's not a one-line sentence answer, Prabhu. It needs many things actually. So a lot of information is there behind this.
Okay.
And
So
you can...
You have it on your website?
Yeah. Channel actually. Shastra Pramana course. Shastra Pramana course is there in English and also in Telugu.
Yes. Yes, I did this course by, Prabhuji on Laghu Bhagavatamrita. There also he discussed all these 10 pramanas in detail, and he eliminated, he said, Sabda Pramana is the final one, like that. It is also.
If you want more details, because Jiva Goswami in Sarva Samvadini discussed that I took a class, that's Shastra Pramana course. But more, that means you don't find that many details even in any other, like Baldev Jabushan also defines the Pramanas, various other acharyas also, but they're all following the Jiva Goswami and they give only some summary. But the originally that means going into the each and every Pramana and also establishing Shabda and why the Pratyaksha and Anumana are the inferior to the Shabda and why Veda only the Shabda. So all these things he defined more actually. Tattva Sandarbha is the source of Pramanas.
Right. Yes. Okay. I think Sundar Das Prabhuji has put the web link there. Thanks very much for that. I'll just explore that. Thank you.
Yes.
Pranam Prabhu.
Pranam Prabhu. Gail Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, actually, I think my first question was probably. Oh, wait. I think my headphones.
I couldn't.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know because my headphones work bad. You can hear me now?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, actually, I think my first question was probably the same as Prarananda Prabhu's question, because I think was going to say, how do we know that the Vedas are the actual pramana? Same question, right?
Yes. At least I can say, 1 second. So I want to comment a little bit more. So Jiva Goswami, he established Veda as the Shabda Pramana. So such a way he established. Just I will not give the total details. I cannot actually in this time. So but at least I can say something. All the possible ways so to defeat or to reject. So he dealt everything actually, all those ways. And that means one may say this, one may say that, one may say that to reject Veda to not to be a Shabda Pramana, or otherwise a Ved, authentic source to get the knowledge. And all those issues he dealt actually. A human being. So the extent he can think and he can put a question and keeping all those questions in his consideration, and he established. So that means any sober person, if someone is kutarka and vitarka, that means is a crooked guy and crooked logic is given, then we are not going to deal here. Any sober person, so if he reads, he should accept that. He will accept. Okay, that at least that kind of feel you can see in that explanation given by Jiva Goswami. So it's a really important to know, to get the firm faith on Shastra. That's Veda means Shastra. That firm faith on Shastra will help you to get the faith on the Krishna actually. Because what is the Shraddha? Shastrartha Vishwasa, which is the beginning of the bhakti. Pure devotion begins with what? Shraddha or not? That what kind of Shraddha? Complete Shraddha. That is Sharanagati is a symptom of that Shraddha. And that Shraddha comes from where? From the Shastra. What Rupa Goswami is saying, the nectar of devotion. So in the commentary, so why the sadhana bhakti? What is the entry door? Tell me.
Repeat the question, please.
What is the entry door for why the sadhana bhakti?
What? Oh, that you said. What is the
entry door?
Entry door. Shraddha. Yeah, it's Shraddha. Yeah.
Yeah, Shraddha. What is a Shraddha?
Well,
Shastra. No. Faith, these English words have no weight. Really, they don't have
But
any weight.
how about confidence?
Yes.
Confidence
No,
that
no. Shastrartha Vishwasa. So, Vishwasa means firm faith in the conclusions of Shastra.
Yeah.
What is the
Well,
conclusion?
you also
Yeah,
brought this word faith, and I was going to say
yeah,
that
faith.
faith
Yeah,
that
but
devotional service to Krishna is my only shelter. That's what I was going to say. I was beginning with faith just like you.
No. I am saying one more thing. So here the main point is I am expecting that the faith is English translation of this Shraddha. But what is that? Shraddha means what? Faith is just what? I have faith on my friend. I have faith on my father. I have faith on my mother. Faith, what is this actually? I am expecting that. You have to define. Simply faith? No, that is not the answer I'm asking.
Trust. How about
Because
trust?
so Shraddha means faith. Means what? That is said by the Jiva Goswami in his commentary on that Nectar of Devotion. He's saying faith means what? Faith on what? Faith means this that you have to define. Shastrartha Vishwasaha. So belief on what? Shastrartha. That means the conclusions of the scriptures. That is the definition of the Shraddha. Rupa Goswami simply wrote Shraddha. But Jiva Goswami is, in his commentary on the Nectar of Devotion, is defining. Shraddha means here, my Gurudev is intended here for the word Shraddha is Shastrartha Vishwasa. That means conclusions, believing the full belief, firm faith in conclusions of scriptures. So, what is the conclusion that? I'm not asking what is that. I'm asking what is the definition of Shraddha here. If you say Shraddha to pure devotion, Shraddha is the entry door for the pure devotional service. What is that? You should define. So that is said that Shastrartha Vishwasa. Then what is that Shastrartha? If I ask, then Krishna is the. If you say simply Krishna, then why I have to believe in Krishna? Immediately people will ask. That is not the intended required answer here. Jiva Goswami didn't say Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead and believing him is the Shraddha here. No, he didn't say like that. He said Shastrartha Vishwasa. There is a big difference is there. If for a layman, if you say believing in Krishna is the Shraddha, then you will not accept. Then when you say Shastrartha Vishwasa, oh, he is giving the general definition. Shastra, that means Shastras you should believe. Then you'll ask why I have to believe Shastra. Then he is discussing that. Shastra is only the pramana in this whole universe on which you can rely. You can't rely on any other pramanas. Like your Pratyaksha, Anumana, and Upamiti, and all are there. But they are not reliable means to get the right knowledge. Okay. So then Shastra, you have to first and foremost should have the full understanding of that. This is only the mean to get the authentic knowledge. If that is clear for you, that means you are preparing ground to develop the entry door, to make the entry door into the pure devotion service. Okay, you are understanding what I am saying?
Yes.
So then, Shastra, what it is concluding? So that definitely, obviously, whatever you said. So Krishna is the, whoever is surrendering to the Krishna, he will be fearless. Whoever is not surrendering to the Krishna, he will be not fearless. This is the conclusion of the scriptures. Everyone wants to be fearless. Bhayam. We have fear because of the dualities of this material world. Bhayam ditiyya biniveshitasyat. because we are entering into the dualities of this material world and getting fear. So everyone want to be fearless. That is causing all the pain and other things. So what is that source? By surrendering to the Krishna, one will be fearless. And if you don't surrender, then you will not be fearless. This is the conclusion of the Shastra. So why only Krishna, this and that? Everything is discussed in that Shastra. So that means if you have full faith on the Shastra Artha, the conclusions of Shastra means you will be surrendering to the Krishna. So surrenderance is the beginning of the pure devotion. So here the point is Shastrartha. That means believing in the conclusions of the Shastra. That is the required, that means required qualification to do Vaidhi sadhana. Because you don't have natural interest to do sadhana towards the Lord. So it means you don't have natural interest to worship the Lord. Raga is not there. Raga and bhakti is not so easy actually. It's very rare to get. So that's why Jivatma is having the only one mean to get the knowledge, reliable mean, that is Shastra, and that Shastra is concluding Krishna is only the shelter, and that's why and one should worship him, then only he will be fearless. And this is the conclusion of the Shastra. And that's why, based upon the strength of that instruction of the Shastra, one is doing the devotion, then that is known as Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. You're understanding?
Yes. Very clear.
Okay. So that's the way the built actually. Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti is for most of the cases, they are all Vaidhi sadhakas. So they are having the only one reliable source, that's Shastra, and that is concluding Krishna is the ultimate shelter. And that's why, on that strength of that instruction, we are doing the devotion. That's why it is. There is no natural interest. But that will come when we remove our anarthas. Okay, will be any other questions?
Well, Prabhu, I just had one other, but that was just for repetition, kind of. You know, when you were discussing the Sambandha aspect, you were mentioning Vacha, how you say the Sanskrit? Vachakam, something like that.
Yes. So just I will repeat. So Sambandha here, what? With respect to Sambandha can be any two relatives, there is a Sambandha relationship. Here you are writing the book and you have a subject, Vishaya. So how you want to deal that Vishaya? You want to define, you want to describe, you want to list, you want to just, so something, many ways you can do. So here what we are going to do, you want to define it. That's why your book is Vachaka.
Okay, and that which you're defining is Vacham.
Yeah, whichever is being defined is known as Vacha. That's the subject. Vishaya.
And that and the description or the definition is Vachakam.
The book is Vachaka. Yeah. Vachakam. Vachanam, that is.
Vachanam.
Yes.
You know, when you were saying that our faith should be based in Shastra, you were giving a Sanskrit term for that. Can you write that Sanskrit term for faith in Shastra?
Yeah. Shastrartha Vishwasa.
Yeah, okay, that one.
Okay.
I think I have to, I don't know if I'm able to expand this I wonder if somebody can write it in the chat because the writing is too small for me. Okay, Shastratra, okay, I think I can see it now. Shastratra
Vishwasaha. Is it okay?
Yes, just keep it there, please. Just keep it there 1 second.
Make a screenshot.
Oh, yeah. No, but I have it now, Prabhu. Thank you. Yeah, I have it now. Okay, thank you so much, Prabhu, for all of your answers.
Thank you. Okay. Is there anybody having any more questions?
Prabhuji, Dhanwad Pranam. I just wanted to know whether we can get this the PDF for Tattva Sandarbha, which we are displaying on your screen. Is it available somewhere like internet or anywhere?
I can give that Hindi is not good at all, and I am not at all interested in that Hindi, and I don't recommend also. And that Sanskrit Mula, that is the thing I want, and I don't have any Devanagari Sanskrit, so I'm taking that. If you want, this book can be shared actually.
Yeah, please, Prabhuji. I know little Sanskrit, and I'm learning some Sanskrit also. So it gives it. I'm attending Kanai Krishnadas Prabhuji's classes on, he's explaining Sanskrit so nicely, and I can get some information like that. So that will be helpful, Prabhuji. Very well. And
Sure.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Prabhu, for your time. You are even sick, but still you gave us time, Prabhuji. Very grateful to you. I would like to offer my obeisances. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Grace Venu Gopal Prabhuji ki jai. Hari bol, Hari bol. Very grateful to you. Nityananda. Thank you, everyone.
Gauranga Nityananda. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Thank you, everyone.